And for the last time today, good morning from Abington Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. Game number 3 of the Great Western Shootout. Getting ready to come your way here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Grant Hicks will be on the camera for this one. 2 games already in the books. We've played 8 quarters of basketball. We still have 24 more to go. Game number 1, 51-24, a win for Monmouth Roseville over Ridgewood. C.J. Johnson was the MVP. He scored 13 points, which wasn't a game high, but he had about 45 rebounds. I don't keep track of rebounds, but he had as many offensive rebounds as he did points, I'm pretty sure. Game number 2 just got completed, 63-44, a win for Farmington over Wethersfield. Really wasn't that close. Wethersfield closed it up a bunch late. The MVP of that game was Keontre Barnes. He had a great alley-oop to start the game from Gage Rankin, and then he had another dunk a little later to go along with a bunch of rebounds and a game-high 18 points. So those are your 2 MVPs and your first 2 games. Monmouth Roseville and Farmington, the winners so far today. This one is between the Knoxville Blue Bullets and Cerro Gordo Bement, the Broncos, making the trip up to play in the Great Western Shootout here at Abington Avon High School. Reed Kelso and crew doing a great job as usual with this contest, or this group of contests. 8 games today, 16 total teams, 1 girls game. It's the next to last game. It'll be Macomb and Abington Avon in that one. The rest are all boys games. We got some really good games coming up. Columbia and Rock Ridge play next. Then Southeastern and Fulton play. Then Macomb plays Scales Mound at 4:30. Then Macomb A-Town at 6 girls, and then A-Town and Illini Bluffs at 7:30. So a lot of great basketball coming your way yet today here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. If you'd be so kind, please like and share our stream. Share our stream on whatever social media platform you choose. That'd be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. Comment, like, share. Cerro Gordo Bement getting their starting lineup announced first. Romeo Montez, one of the starters. He's a senior. Connor Waterhouse, another starter. He's a senior. Carson Brown, a senior starter. 3 seniors to start things off. He's playing with a Cade Allenbaugh, another senior. Tyson Moore, the lone junior starter on the squad for Cerro Gordo Bement. The Broncos, and Carson Brown playing with a nose protector. Looks like he might have got hit in the nose at some point this season. For the Blue Bullets, who bring just 10 players to tonight's game, Will Shreves, a junior starter. Braden Downs, number 4, a senior. Isaac Nolan, a senior, wears number 10. Sawyer Tuckey, a senior. He wears number 12. And Bo Honeycutt, number 14, a senior. So both these teams start 4 seniors and 1 junior. So unlike a couple of the other games that we've seen some young talent being played, this one's going to have some senior-laden talent in this one, as both teams start a bunch. Now, Knoxville, who has some kids in the school, only has 10 players, 9 of them actually. Number 13, I was told, was Peyton Hageman, and odds of him playing are not real high, I do not believe. And a double dribble called right off the bat. Knoxville got the jump, but they turn it right over. It'll be Broncos basketball as we are underway here with the 3rd game of 8 at the Great Western Shootout today. Brown had it. He sends it over to Waterhouse. I about said warehouse. I must be trying to buy some Christmas or something. A three on the way. It's good by Tyson Moore. Tyson Moore hits the tray. And a full court press coming here. And it's going to be lost out of bounds as Honeycutt loses the ball just on the dribble. I mean, he was pressured a little bit, but not really right up in his face. Just putting a little pressure on, and he lost the ball, and it's going to be inbounded. Waterhouse with it, gives it out to Montez. Montez gives it to Moore. Moore back to Waterhouse. Now Montez, near side to Carson Brown. He puts up the left-handed high off the glass bank shot, no good. And the rebound went to Braden Downs, but Montez was tying him up, and Downs just started running with the basketball. They called him for a travel. It's going to go out to Waterhouse now. He'll try the three right wing. It's in and out, no good. Honeycutt with the rebound. Comes down the floor to Tuckey. Nolan had it, back to Honeycutt. Now Downs is going to set the offense up for the Blue Bullets. 6:50 to go here in quarter number one. Down low on a nice cut by Downs. He's going to go into the lane, put the shot up and in. Downs gets the first bucket of the game for the Blue Bullets, and it's 3-2. The Broncos with the basketball. It's going to be Moore with it. Right side it goes to Allenbaugh. Now Brown back over to Moore. Moore back up to Waterhouse. Near side to Montez. Waterhouse top of the key three. Off, no good. Downs with the rebound. He gets ran over. I don't know if they're going to call that on Scott. No, they're going to. I was going to say fouls called on number 23, Caden Allenbaugh. His first, team's first. He just ran right through Downs to pick up the foul. Now the ball turned over, and Waterhouse is finally going to come up with it for the Broncos. Gordo Bement. Right side it goes to Moore for three. It's good. Tyson Moore gets his second three, and a timeout on the floor charged to the Blue Bullets. It's a 30-second timeout, their first one of the game. And we'll take a quick break as well. 6-0. It's Broncos over the Blue Bullets. We'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back here to Abington-Avon High School. 6-2, the lead for Cerro Gordo as they go back to their 1-3-1 full court press here. And Downs picks up his dribble. He gets it knocked away so he can dribble again, but he's going to have to get it across in a hurry. Honeycutt throws it across half court. Good idea. Gets it across to Shreves. Now Downs with it again as they were dangerously close to the 10-second violation there. Downs is going to get fouled by Carson Brown, I believe. It is on Brown. His first, team's second. Going to be inbounding for the Blue Bullets. It's Tuckey. Goes into the backcourt all the way to Honeycutt. 1-3-1 defense. We haven't really seen them in their half-court set a whole lot here because Knoxville hasn't spent a whole lot of time on their offensive end of the floor. But it's a 1-3-1, and it's a menacing. It's not a sagging 1-3-1. They get out there and pressure you full half court. There's a steal. Moore goes back the other way. His shot's off, no good. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Over the top was Shreves to knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos, and Waterhouse is going to bring it in as Tyson Moore has all 6 of the Broncos' points on a pair of threes. Waterhouse has lofted a couple of his own, hasn't made any. And the Blue Bullets have just struggled to get the ball down the court, and that time it's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 10, Isaac Nolan. It'll stay with the Broncos. Once again, live chat's open. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching from or who you're cheering for. It's Montez to Moore. Waterhouse Corner three, off no good again. And a rebound is going to be picked up by Tucky. Up top, Downs going to try and drive into the zone. Throws up the shot. It's off no good. Moore had it. Montez picks it up. Out to Moore it goes. He's going to loft a three in transition. It's out the back iron, no good. Rebound goes to the Blue Bullets and Isaac Nolan. Downs with it, left side now. Looks like they've switched to a man this time now down the floor. And Carson Brown's going to pick up his second foul, team's third. Checking in for Bement, number 2, Evan Fogerson. And a three on the way by Honeycutt, off no good. Rebound and a shot's up, off no good. That's Jacob Morris on the shot. He'll get 2 free throws. Fouls on number 23, Allenbaugh. His second, team's fourth. So Cerro Gordo Bement has 2 players with 2 fouls of their 4. First free throw for Knoxville's Jacob Morris, the junior, is off no good. Second one coming here. That's off the back iron, no good as well. Allenbaugh with the rebound for Cerro Gordo Bement. It comes down near side. Moore with it. Right side now to Waterhouse. Moore was cutting and probably open. They couldn't get him the ball, though. Now that's Fogerson over there trapped and had a couple big guys around him. Finally gets taken away. Downs is going to go down the floor, and he's going to draw the foul on Montez. He kind of did a side Euro step around him, or tried to. Montez is going to pick up the foul to be his first, team's 5th. And Montez tried to lean into him, and that's going to 9 times out of 10 get you the blocking foul. Got to stay there and hope they hit you. You can't lean into them, or it's your job, your foul, not theirs. There's a runner off, no good. Put back by Morris was no good. It's tipped around. Shreves puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Downs gets the rebound. He puts it back up, off, no good. But there is going to be a foul called, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on number 15. That's Connor Waterhouse. That'll be his first, team's 6th of the first quarter. We're barely over 4 minutes in, and they've got 6 team fouls already. And Downs misses the free throw. Knoxville is 0 for 3 from the free throw line here early in this one. They trail, though, just 6-2. Second free throw is good. They break that problem a little bit. Downs has all 3 of the Blue Bullets' points. Waterhouse gives it to Moore. Moore on the dribble, backs it out. Goes up top, Waterhouse. Right side it goes to Allenbaugh, who's got 2 fouls. Waterhouse has got 2 fouls as well. He pumps fakes 3, drives, gives it to Allenbaugh. Out corner, Montez for 3, left side. It's in and out, no good. Downs with the rebound. That kid is all over the place for Knoxville, offensively and defensively. Morris goes to Tucky. Tucky now backs it out. Honeycutt for 3. It's off, no good. Shreves with the rebound, and the putback is good. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Cerro Gordo. Both teams have called 1 30-second timeout. 3:09 to go. We'll take a quick break and be back to Abington-Avon High School right after this.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back to Abington-Avon High School. Game number 3 of the Great Western Shootout. Knoxville Blue Bullets and Cerro Gordo Bement Broncos. Broncos lead 6-5, and they have the basketball. Montez goes right side to Tyson Moore. Now it comes near side to Evan Fogerson. 3, top of the key, Waterhouse, shooting 33%. He shot 3 of them, finally made his 3rd one, and it's 9-5. All 3-pointers for Bement thus far. And transition basket. I almost called that a little too early. I thought after I said that he might miss it. It rattled off the front of the rim, but it fell in. Yeah. No announcer's jinx there, thank goodness. I'm too close to Knoxville. People wouldn't like me if I called some announcer's jinx on somebody like that early in the game. Moore. Now it's going to be Waterhouse. Allenbaugh. Tyson Moore with it again. He's going to drive. Goes to the rack. It's too close to the basket. He's got 3. There's only about 4 steps there between those two players with the basketball as everybody was spinning. And now they're going to call Waterhouse for the foul. Is that going to be 3 on him already? It's 2 on Waterhouse, excuse me. Team 7th, but 1 in bonus. And we still have 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. They say got 6. Shouldn't that be 7? Apparently not. Well, that's 7. They only have Allenbaugh for 1. That one's charged to Moore. I have Allenbaugh for 2, and I'm pretty sure there should be 2, but oh well, we'll go with 1. 7 fouls now. Jacob Morris at the free throw line misses the first. He's 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. He shoots free throws like I do. They're always right there. That one rattled around and fell through. They're always right there. They're just never right there. Or maybe they're always right there, just never there right. I mean, that's how I should say it. Tyson Moore, right side Waterhouse. Allenbaugh. Back to Moore. Pump fake. Drives. And Morris is going to give him a shoulder block, and that'll be the first foul of the game on Knoxville. And Moore is going to shoot 2 free throws. He's got 6 points. Shot a couple times from inside the arc, hasn't made anything. And still hasn't as he missed the first free throw. Very, very good defense for Cerro Gordo Bement to this point. Second one is nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 7. Downs with it. Against the 1-3-1 full court press. A long time to get it across. Honeycutt does finally get it across. And then Isaac Nolan throws it away. Moore goes to the basket. Well, that foul was pretty early. That whistle was pretty early to call that a shooting foul, but they're going to give 2 shots to Moore. Foul's going to be on Honeycutt. His first, team second. Moore just hit 1 of 2. We'll see if he can improve on that this time to the stripe. And he hits the first one, so he's on his way to that. Checking in for Bement, number 5 is Braden Puckett. Waterhouse takes a seat with 1:29 to go in the first quarter. This has been the longest quarter of the day so far, and Moore hits the second. He's got 9. This quarter's taken as long as a couple of our halves have taken to this point during the day. Downs gets it across, and in the worst, absolutely worst spot, he gives it to Tucky now. And then a steal by Allenbaugh, who gets in the lane, and his layup is good. First 2 for Allenbaugh. Downs with the dribble. He's guarded over there by Fogerson. Honeycutt. Think that was for Jacob Morris. Gotta love the one fan that's so loud that they yell travel all the time, and I got a headset on. If that's a kid's mom or brother or something, sister, whatever, or a coach's wife, that'd be even better. A little bit of contact there. No foul called. A little bit of contact there, and I thought they weren't going to call that either. Montez is going to pick up the foul. Jacob Morris is going to be at the free throw line. Montez picks up his second. Team's 8th. Not enough people in here to scream that much. That's the real problem. Morris is 1 for 4 for the and first one's off, no good. 14-8. score. Broncos over the Blue Bullets. Morris has 2 points now. He's 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Still in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure our halves in the first games didn't go this long, and we're only 8 minutes in almost. 28 seconds left. And nope, Morris had it knocked away but couldn't hold on to it. I thought it was going to be a steal. It was not. Allenbaugh to inbound. Goes to Montez with 20 seconds remaining. Allenbaugh. Tyson Moore. Backs it out. Gives it to Puckett. And they're going to call Braden Downs with the foul. His first, team's third. It's the first foul that wasn't a shooting foul, though. Inbounded to Moore with 6 seconds. Montez to Puckett to Moore. 3, right corner, no good. And that's how it's going to end. That shot wouldn't have been good anyway, I don't think. And at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's 14-9, Cerro Gordo over Knoxville. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in about 30 or 45 seconds.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety. Now it's a variety rather decision. We include hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Second quarter action coming your way, and it's going to be Cerro Gordo with the basketball to start the second quarter. Montez, Moore for 3, right wing, good. That's his third tray of the game. He's got 12 points, and it's an 8-point lead for Cerro Gordo. Honeycutt's going to get it across half court. Comes back to Tuckey. Tuckey left side Downs. Skips it across to Honeycutt, who I think was trying to go to Morris, but Morris had left where he was at. And another one of those running the zig and he threw the zag kind of deals. Now Moore's going to have it tipped away from behind, out of bounds. Honeycutt tipped it away. Possession stays with the Broncos. Just underway, second quarter here, 17-9. Broncos in the orange with the lead. 3 more, no good, long. Puckett with a rebound. Stolen away by Tuckey, and that's going to be a charge. Montez got jacked right in the jaw. I think, though, in all honesty, the same conversation we had when Montez got the block earlier, you could have made the argument for the same thing right there, as he kind of leaned to his left a little to draw the contact, but Tuckey's going to get the foul nonetheless. Wasn't quite as much lean as it was the last time, and it might have been more for the fact that there was no real attempt at a Euro step or nothing. It was just a flat-out run into him kind of deal, and that might have been what got the charge call more than the fact that Montez didn't move or anything. Moore with it on the, gives it near side to Fogerson. Fogerson gives it to Allenbaugh, back to Montez. Montez got up rubbing his jaw after that contact, though. He got hit hard. Fogerson with it. Right side Puckett. Allenbaugh with it. Left side Montez. Now Tyson Moore. Honeycutt. Now it's going to be 3 by Puckett, an air ball. And Shreves tracks it down, outlets it to Isaac Nolan, and it'll go back the other way. Honeycutt's going to drive and is going to throw it off of Montez out of bounds. It'll stay with Knoxville. And the Broncos coaches and fans, and even some of the Knoxville fans was looking for a travel call there. One side was elated it didn't come. The other side was less than impressed that it didn't. So, so whatever side of the road you're on is sometimes how you look at things, right? Not a lot of scoring here, though. It's 17-9. It kind of comes in streaks. If you take the threes away from Moore, and it's really not very good offense here in this one early. Downs for three, left wing. It's off, no good. Tipped around, and Tucky, man, there's a lot of contact. 8 fouls, 12 fouls already in this game, and there's more, could have been about 15 more. And there's Shreves with a nice reverse layup. He's got 4 points. 3 on the way, off no good. Downs had it. Then it's rolling around. Finally going to go call a timeout. A 30-second timeout charge to Knoxville. With 5:18 remaining, it's 17-11. This is like got the feel of a rivalry game, and there's no rivalry here at all. I mean, I doubt that any of these kids even have seen each other or heard of each other before, but they are playing hard, and West Central Illinois' Knoxville trying to lay claim to another win for West Central Illinois, I guess. I don't know. It's a rough and tumble game out there. They're hitting each other, running over each other, running into each other, slapping each other. It's been a fun one to watch, but it's taken a little while. This one might get us back on schedule instead of ahead of schedule, if you know what I'm trying to say here. Grant Hicks, who's running my camera for me today, said, we're ahead of schedule. We're doing good. These games are going fast. Not anymore, Grant. Not anymore. It's like when you're at a racetrack and you say, man, everything's going smooth. Don't ever say it's going smooth. Oh, Downs with a nice hesitation. It counted in a foul. Braden Downs gets the bucket. He's got 7 and an old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming here. Checking in for Cerro Gordo, number 10, Caden Waterhouse. Connor Waterhouse checking in as well. I don't think those two are related at all, do you? Once again, if you're watching, please share this link on whatever social media platform you choose. Like it. Subscribe to the channel. Missed shot, but a rebound by Isaac Nolan. And I think Downs is going to get called for the fouls. He came flying in over the top, and he will. That's his second. Team foul number 5 on the Blue Bullets. Honeycutt's going to check back in. He's going to replace Braden Downs. Bo Honeycutt. I think he goes by BJ. For any MASH fans out there, you might get that. Sorry. He's too young to probably be called BJ. But us old folks probably call him BJ. I'm just going to call him BJ the rest of the game, I think. It'd be awesome if his middle name was like James or something. Bo James Honeycutt, BJ Honeycutt. Anyway, I'm done now. Let's go back to basketball. Puckett with it, far side. And they call Tucky for the foul before the push, I guess is what you'd say. That's 2 on Tucky, 6 on the Blue Bullets. As Puckett did give the shove, but the whistle was coming before the shove. It's 17-13. Waterhouse to Waterhouse. Now it's going to be Moore with the drive. Tyson Moore with the shot. It's off, no good. Foul's going to be called on Shreves. His first, team 7th. Both teams into bonus the rest of the way. Tyson Moore shooting a couple free throws. He's 3 for 4 from the charity stripe here in the game. Tyson Moore hits the first. He's got 13 leading up to the second free throw. He has found his rhythm from the free throw line, folks. He's got 14, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and that's the 5th points of the quarter. And Puckett's going to pick up the foul. Tucky will go to the free throw line. First on Puckett, 9th on the Broncos. Sawyer Tucky shooting 2 free throws for the Blue Bullets. First one is good. Different kind of game here. A lot more fouls, a lot less speed. Second one's off, no good. Tyson Moore with the rebound for Bement. Connor Waterhouse back to Moore. Caden Waterhouse with it. He comes back to Moore now. Puckett. Up top, Allenbaugh. Right side, Moore. He gives it to Puckett. Left side, Connor Waterhouse. He goes to Caden. Allenbaugh nearly has it stripped away, but it's going to be finally Connor Waterhouse coming up with it. He gives it to Allenbaugh. Allenbaugh's jumper from about 10 feet is short. And Waterhouse of the Connor variety is going to come up and pick up foul number 3. Team foul number 10, double bonus coming at the other end of the floor. And no offense to, Jacob Morris is not the one shooting. Bo Honeycutt is going to be shooting 2 for the Blue Bullets. Connor Waterhouse checks out. Checking in is going to be number 4, Max Wilson. Well, never mind. He can't do that until the first free throw shot. Nailed it. Now Max Wilson checks in as Connor Waterhouse checks out. Caden Waterhouse, number 10, still in the game. It's Tyson Moore, Caden Waterhouse, Allenbaugh, Puckett, and Wilson on the floor for Bement, as both of them are good for Honeycutt. Puckett up to Moore, left side Waterhouse of the Caden variety. Goes right side to Tyson Moore. A 3-point game, 19-16. Caden Waterhouse with it. He goes to Max Wilson now. Moore, right side Puckett in the corner. Wilson up top. A lot of movement here as the ball is getting moved around. Wish they kept track of how many passes were on this possession because there's been a bunch. Waterhouse back to Wilson, up top Tyson Moore. Allenbaugh comes down with it. That's the problem. You pass it enough times, it becomes as hazardous for the offense as it does the defense, and that's kind of what's happened here. They've been passing for a long time. They got the ball with over 3 minutes remaining. We're down to 2:15 to go. Working on a 1-minute possession in basketball does not happen very often. Puckett gives it to Wilson. Might be holding for one shot. Nope, Tyson Moore for 3. It's off, no good. Downs with the rebound. Downs going to push it down the floor in a hurry. Backs it back out. Honeycutt with it. Near side it comes to Tucky. He loses it, gathers it back up, gives it to Honeycutt. Now down to down. Oh, what a quick spin move. It was a double dribble, though. I didn't realize he dribbled when he must have dropped the ball when he first tried to catch it. He gets a double dribble call, but what a quick first step on that spin move. Checking in for Knoxville's Jackson Schultz, number 11, and number 10, Isaac Nolan, checking back in as well. So it's Honeycutt, Morris, Shreves, number 11, Schultz, and trying to see, Nolan, Isaac Nolan is in there. Now Honeycutt with a steal, and I didn't think they were going to call that foul either for a second. A little bit slow on the whistle, but 2 fouls going to be called now on Tyson Moore. Honeycutt, who's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, got 2 more coming here. 1:33 to go. It's double bonus for the Blue Bullets. They were in single bonus before the end of the first quarter, folks. It's been that kind of game here. Second one good as well. He's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. And it's a 1-point game, 19-8. It was an 8-point lead a little bit ago for Cerro Gordo, and the offense has left them And Knoxville's defense has stepped up a little bit. It says something about a defense as they spread out man-to-man now. But it says something about a defense that can make a team pass about 45 times and never get a good look at a basket. Puckett's going to try a long three. He goes to the bank, and it's afternoon. That bank's not supposed to be open, but it apparently is still open. He gets a three, and it's 22-18. Now Morris goes to the rack. Nice little move for Morris. He gets his first bucket of the night. He was 2 of 6 from the free throw line heading into that. He's got 4 points, and it's a 2-point game. Caden Waterhouse to Tyson Moore, hard off the glass, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Jason Schultz, number 11, his first, team foul number 8. 2 more free throws coming for Tyson Moore. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half. So it's been a lot of free throws here. As I said, we were ahead of schedule before. I don't see this one getting us done ahead of schedule. First one is good for Tyson Moore. He's got 2 fouls, 15 points. Second one, nothing but the bottom of the net. He has hit 7 straight free throws. He's got 16 points. He's got 3 threes and 7 free throws. And lost it down on the baseline. That was Isaac Nolan. Puckett walks it across, 15 seconds remaining here before halftime. Bement and Allenbaugh with the basketball. He's going to go right side to Wilson. 5 seconds. Up top, Caden Waterhouse. He's going to put up the shot. It's blocked by Shreves, and that's how the quarter's going to end. It wouldn't have counted anyway. That's the end of 2 quarters of play. It's 24-22, or 24-20, excuse me. Bement, Cerro Gordo Bement leads Knoxville. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with some stats at the half. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Quick stats leaders here in this one. Going to be a lot quicker for Cerro Gordo Bement than it is going to be for Knoxville. So we'll start with Cerro Gordo Bement. 16 points, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and 3 threes for Tyson Moore. Nobody else has more than 1 basket. Connor Waterhouse has 3 points. Brendan Puckett has 3 points. And Cade Allenbaugh has 2 points. Waterhouse has 3 fouls of the Connor variety. 2 fouls for Tyson Moore. 2 fouls for Carson Brown. 2 points for Romeo Montez. For Knoxville, only 2 players with 2 fouls. We'll talk about those in a minute. A game-high 7 points, or team-high 7 points for Braden Downs as he missed the back end of an old-fashioned three-point play attempt. 4 points for Bo Honeycutt, all from the free throw line. 4 points for Jacob Morris. He's 1 of 6 from the charity stripe. And 1 point for Sawyer Tuckey. And 4 points for Will Shreves. Yeah, 20 points, that's right. We're at the half, 24-20. We'll take a break and listen to a conversation we have with John Lawler from the I-8FA in just a few minutes. And welcome to halftime here, state championship game. And full disclosure, this is before the game.
Yeah, yep.
Here with Coach Lawler, and I guess you're back to being a coach, aren't you?
Well, yeah, they talked me into helping again, so I'm not the head coach, but I'm back coaching again. So.
Well, you coach a whole lot of people, because I've been going to some I8FA meetings, and you're the head man at those things. You're the coach of that deal.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
Those meetings, you never stop being a head coach.
No, it's kind of in you once it's in you. So
President of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association, and you guys just continue to grow.
Yeah, we are. We're up to 30 teams, and there's a couple more coming next year. And we're hoping to get a couple of teams that couldn't field the team back for next year. So, we might have 30, 32, 34 guys playing next year. So
the football is just getting better and better every year, too, it seems like.
Well, last year's championship game was great, I thought. And I loved it especially because everybody thinks 8-man football is like arena ball.
Right.
And what did we see? A 12 to
7
game.
Something like that, 12-8.
Yeah, a great game. And I'm a defensive guy anyway, so I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
This 8-man thing is going to be here, and I think you guys have proven that with your association. The elephant in the room is IHSA going to take it over? That probably is down the road, but judging from the meetings that I've been to with you guys, not this year, obviously, and probably not going to be next year.
No, I don't. I honestly don't expect it for 2 or 3, maybe 4 years yet. Honestly, I thought we were closer. I think there's some things that they're looking at, wondering how it's going to affect how they do their championship weekend. Trying to include an 8-man game. That's one of the things. I think the big thing is the enrollment, as you've heard us talk about at the meetings that you've been to. I think that's the stickler. Where do they draw that line? Where do we draw that line? We've dropped it down to 325. We started out 400. I think we're close. Now we're seeing what I thought we would see. I'm not telling you that I know everything, but we're seeing roster sizes grow again. And that's good because kids are having success. They're not getting pounded week after week by bigger, stronger teams with 40, 50 guys in the roster. So now we're seeing roster size grow. We don't want to talk about restricting rosters. That as long as I'm president, that won't happen. I want more kids to play football. So that won't happen. And I don't think the IHSA wants that either. But somewhere we got to find where is it fair and where it isn't fair anymore. So.
I mean, you're a long ways from being big enough for 2 classes, but the enrollment deal is kind of where that is, right? I mean, that's the reason why you keep that enrollment, so everybody that's in your group is ideally competitive.
Yeah, we kind of grandfathered in a couple of bigger schools, but I'll be honest, Dwayne, I've had schools as large as 700 enrollment ask about 8-man football. Now, you and I both know that's not why we started this.
Right.
We started this to save schools of 110 kids like mine and West Prairie and things like that. We didn't start it. I understand where they're coming from. They have a hard time getting kids out, 25, 30 kids out. But that's just not what this is about. It's about saving small town, small school Friday night lights.
Do you feel like now that 8-man football in Illinois has solidified itself and people are recognizing it more now?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, I think I've told you many times. I had some good friends say, "Are you crazy? What are you doing this for?" And I said, "Because we have to. Right. We have to." I mean, we had a pretty good tradition. We had an 11-year run straight in the playoffs, making it to quarterfinals, second round, and I saw it coming. It's like we're just running out of kids. It's not just us; it's other schools, and you've seen the schools that are in this now. They were 1A consistent playoff teams, and that's what we've got playing 8-man now.
Right.
And that's why the ball's getting better too. So, yeah, it's coming. And has it changed the 11-man 1A and 2A? Sure has, which we knew was going to happen. It's going to change it a little more too. So I think that's where we got to figure out, okay, where does this really lie before the IHSA takes it over? And honestly, I hope people think we're doing a pretty good job running it. I think we are. Everybody seems pretty happy. So, we'll see. Tonight we're going to crown a champion. Both of these schools and their kids, if you went down those locker rooms right now and asked them if they knew a difference what they were playing for, they ain't going to care when they hoist that trophy up.
Now, a couple of coaches are going to be here tonight. We had one on a pregame show, Coach Elder from Ridgewood. Coach Unruh's on the sideline. And Jim Unruh was from Carthage years, and I mean, multiple title champion.
Yep.
He loves 8-man.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is something that when you get to be a part of it, it feels like even the most successful and ingrained coaches like yourself realize it's really good football.
It's fun. I know when I first started, we started morphing to it a little bit with our JV squad because I knew it was going to happen, or I was going to have to make it happen, or we were going to have to do something different. It's fun because even for an old coach that's been around a long time, coached a lot of football, you're learning all over again. You know, so this defensive thing, I still don't have it. Ted Alston's probably the guy that's got it figured out the best. Their defense.
He showed that last year.
Oh man, their defense is stout year in, year out. But you know, it's fun. It's been fun. It's kind of new. Coach, my advice for a coach that was a little scared of it is don't embrace it. You know, embrace it and try to figure it out. You know, I'd see Pat and his dad John down here. They've been at every one. You know, and I mean, John's the granddaddy, and this was Pat's first year coaching. So, you know, I said he'd be a good interview to see how he felt about it. You know, and there again, very successful coach. So,
well, thanks for talking to us here before the game, for halftime. I know you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on. Yep. We appreciate it. Congrats on a great evening, night, even though it's a little chilly. Congrats on putting a great program together. It's going to be fun, and I appreciate being a part of it.
I appreciate having you. I mean, you guys have been great for us, and we hope this continues. And I want to thank Monmouth College, too. They've been a great partner in this for as many years as we've been doing it. Great partner. You know, I got to know the coaches and that when my son played ball down here back 2011, 2012, and it's been a good fit for us. So hopefully we can keep it going for a while.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll be back with some stats and second half action in just a few minutes. And welcome back to Abington Avon High School as we're just about ready to go for the third quarter here. If my math is correct, that means we got 22 quarters of basketball left today. Just count them down, folks. Just count them down. I need some graphic on my screen just with the quarters to count down quarters of basketball we have left. Those last two took a long time, it seemed like. We were pretty spoiled with the first two games. They went pretty quick. This one not quite so quick. Knoxville has the basketball to open the third quarter. And a kick out of bounds. Connor Waterhouse back in the game, playing with 3 fouls. He's the only player with 3 fouls, even though we did have a lot of fouls in the first half. He's the only one that had 3. We have a bunch of them with 2, though. Tyson Moore has 2. And a pass nearly knocked away there. Downs has it now. Carson Brown has 2 as well, as does Montez. 2 players with 2. Tuckey has 2 for Knoxville, as does Downs. Pass into Morris, goes off of Montez, out of bounds. Montez just stands there dejectedly looking at the official, said, like, could you just pretend I didn't actually touch that? I really didn't want to touch that. I didn't mean to touch it. It's one of those deals where you see a ball and you stick your hand up there. Oh, nice job of Morris trying to get it across to Downs without traveling. But Montez is one of those deals you stick your hands up out of. It's just unconscious reaction to something, and couldn't quite get a hold of it. So first possession of the half for Cerro Gordo Bement. The Broncos, Allenbaugh with it. Allenbaugh picks up the dribble, gives it off to Brown. Carson Brown backs it out. We didn't see him after he got his second foul. We didn't see him as Moore couldn't grab a hold of it. Downs goes back the other way, dumps it off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt's bucket is good. His first non-free throw make of the game. Tyson Moore with 16 to lead all scorers in the first half. Connor Waterhouse, the drive and the bucket. He's got 5 now. Downs, and Montez is going to pick up another one. He's in and out, in and out. Montes picks up his third. They've got him for 4. That must be where the Allenbaugh one came from. Montes is going to check out. Checking in is Fogerson. Tucky with it. The one I thought went to Allenbar earlier must have went to Montes in the scorebook anyway. Honeycutt down to Downs. Brown comes down and swipes it away. He's going to go bounce cross court. Tyson Moore in and out. If it's not a free throw or a three, he's struggling, but everything else, those other two things, he's good as gold. Three on the way, off no good. Shreves high up for the rebound and the putback. It's off no good. Down tips it around. Brown comes up with it. Moore going to try and drive. Has it swiped away by Shreves, who was stepping on the end line. Possession stays with the Broncos. Gordo, Bement Broncos. Moore for three. It's off no good. Fogerson with the rebound. Allenbaugh goes now after the pass, and it's up and in. Allenbaugh gets his 4th points. And a 4-0 run to open the second half. And Morris was wide open, and Shreves didn't see him. Brown outlets to Moore. Tyson Moore's finger roll is good. He's got 18. And after every make comes the full court pressure into 1-3-1. Downs for three, right wing. It's off the back iron, no good. Shreves, a little bit of a hold down and a push off. Got the rebound. It's off, no good. That's okay. Allenbaugh returned the favor on Morris. And no foul called, and back the other way it comes. Moore for three, right wing. No good. And Morris, Jacob Morris, I think, is going to pick up the foul underneath the basket. Nope. It's going to be Tucky picking up the foul. His 3rd. Team's 1st of the second half. It'll be Broncos basketball. Connor Waterhouse to inbound. Gets it into Moore. Little floaters off, no good. Outlets. Tucky or Nolan. Is that Isaac Nolan down the far side, I guess, over there? Downs. Back to Nolan. Near side Honeycutt. Right side Downs. Backs out. Bo Honeycutt with it. Once again, live chat's open. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. It'll stay in there. Downs drives to the hoop. Counted in a foul as Waterhouse is going to pick up foul number 4. The blocking foul on Connor Waterhouse is number 4. Team foul number 1 of the second half. Caden Waterhouse is going to check in for him. Morris left the lane early. Timeout charged to Knoxville. It's a 60-second timeout. They'll have 2 fulls and a 30 left. We'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School, game number 3 of the Great Western Shootout. And it is the Cerro Bement Broncos leading the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Cerro in orange, Knoxville in white. And they almost suckered him into a bad pass there, but Brown has it. Moore's going to get called for a travel, and that he did. If he'd have shot it, like he caught it like he was shooting it, and then he stepped after that, that's a travel. So Back into 1-3-1, it would appear here. Downs goes to the rack and gets the bucket to fall. He's got 11. Back to a 4-point game, 30-26. And a steal. Isaac Nolan, I believe. And the bucket is good. Nolan gets his first 2, and we're down to a 2-point game. Oh, nice backdoor cut without the basketball by Moore, and he's got 20. Nice look by Carson Brown. Down the floor it comes. Nolan picks it up. Honeycutt back to Isaac Nolan. Back up Honeycutt. Top of the key. Downs. Left side Shreves for 3. It's off the back iron. No good. Isaac Nolan with the rebound. He comes out to Honeycutt for 3 right wing. It's off. No good. Downs with the rebound. He puts it up and in. Downs has 13. And it's 32-30. Brown's going to drive. Jump stop. Shot good. Carson Brown gets his first 2. And a timeout called by Cerro Gordo. It's a full 60-second timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining, 2 fulls. Might have that backwards there. We'll see in a minute here. Looks like they've got Cerro Gordo with 3 timeouts left and Knoxville with 2. I have that backwards. I could have very well marked the wrong one there. So, at any rate, game number 3 of the Great Western Shootout underway here. Third quarter action, 34-30. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, or maybe just listening to us. Game number 1 had Ridgewood and Monmouth Roseville. The Titans picked up the win, 51-24 over the Ridgewood Spartans. And C.J. Johnson was the MVP. He had 13 points and a gaggle of rebounds. Game number 2 had Farmington and Wethersfield. The Farmers of Farmington beat Wethersfield 63-44, led by as many as 28 in that game. And Keontre Barnes was the MVP of the game. He had a game-high 18 points, a couple dunks, including one alley-oop from Gage Rankin. And that's where we stand here in third quarter action at 34-30. Shreves on a nice down-court pass. Goes out to Isaac Nolan. Corner 3 for Shreves. Good. That's 7 points for Will Shreves, and it's a 1-point game. Carson Brown with it. He gives it to Tyson Moore, and Moore loses it out of bounds. Harassing defense there by Honeycutt, and the chance for Knoxville to take the lead. This would be the first time they led all game long. They had it down to 1 several times, but they have not led. Honeycutt 3, the lead, no. Shreves with the rebound. Downs is down there. They have it now. Braden Downs has 15, and Knoxville leads by 1, 35-34. The intensity stepping up here in this one. Fogerson gets blocked by Isaac Nolan. Nolan comes near side to Honeycutt. Honeycutt up to Shreves. Shreves is going to drive. He's going to have a look at a layup, and it's good. Shreves has 9. And this looks like a completely different Knoxville team after that Cerro Gordo timeout, oddly enough. And it's 37-34. A big run here for Knoxville. And then Caden Waterhouse throws it away. Allenbaugh couldn't get there to it. And Puckett's going to come in. He's going to replace Fogerson. And a chance to build on a 3-point lead and a chance to have a 2-possession lead for the first time in the game for the Blue Bullets as we approach the 1-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Tapping on the head, does that mean we want one shot, or does that mean I want to be left alone? What's that mean? I guess we'll find out. It means they're going to throw it away is what it means. I'm 99.9% positive that was not the play that was called there. Jacob Morris had to run all the way down the hallway to get that ball. Puckett inbound to Moore. Good defense by Honeycutt. He's really been harassing Moore. And it's good. I was waiting for the official, and he calls it good. 22 points. The foul is on Isaac Nolan, his first, team second. Old-fashioned three-point play finale coming here for Tyson Moore. And he hits it. And I used up one whole pencil already. That's not good. I only have 8 of them. He's got 23 points in the game. We're tied at 37. Downs with it. Allenbaugh all over him, but he finds a way around. On the dribble still. Up top it comes to Shreve. Shreve's now on the drive. Dumps it to Jacob Morris, and he goes to the rack. Can't get it to fall, but he's going to pick up the foul. Tyson Moore is going to pick up the foul. It's his third. Team second. Make that third, excuse me. Jacob Morris shooting 2 free throws. He's 1 for 6. Or 2 for 6, excuse me. Missed the first one. Man, an odd place to put Waterhouse back in the game. Connor Waterhouse checking back in with 4 fouls with 21.9 seconds left. Caden Waterhouse checks out. Morris misses the second. Braden Downs nearly came in and swiped that ball away. Tyson Moore now getting to the crossed half court. 10 seconds remaining. Allenbaugh out to Waterhouse, tipped away. 2.4 seconds left. Well, that's a lot to ask of Waterhouse. If you put him in just to shoot a 3 at the end of the quarter, A, to not get your 5th foul, and B, to come in after sitting down for 4 or 5 minutes and ask him to shoot a 3, that's a pretty hard ask of any player. So that'll do it for quarter number 3. We'll take a break. 37-37. It's all about the last 8 minutes, all right? It's an 8-minute sprint to a win here, maybe. It could go overtime, I suppose, too. Cerro Gordo and Knoxville tied in game number 3 at the Great Western Shootout in Abington Avon High School.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And welcome back. Just ready to get underway. Quarter number 4, 37-37. The Broncos and the Blue Bullets. Broncos of Cerro Gordo Bement in the orange. The Blue Bullets of Knoxville High School in the white. It will be Cerro Gordo basketball to start the 4th quarter. That means the possession arrow, at least until the next jump ball, will be with Knoxville, which as we get closer and closer in a close game, down to the end, that becomes more and more important, I suppose. Allenbaugh with it. Oh, he finds Waterhouse. He threw that, and it goes off of Waterhouse out of bounds. He threw that before Waterhouse was even in the picture. I thought it was going out of bounds. That's like a receiver throwing a pass before the cut. Holy smokes. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, he might be. That's right. Allenbaugh might be the quarterback. Montez goes for the steal and gives up an easy layup to Morris. And he's got 6. Does Morris. Jacob Morris off the bench with 6 points. And Isaac Nolan's going to pick up a touch foul running down the floor. His second, team foul number 3. Both teams have 3 fouls. Waterhouse. Moore. Brown high off the glass, no good. Allenbaugh with the rebound, and a foul's going to be called on Jacob Morris. He had a hold of Allenbaugh pulling him away, and that's actually a good call. Brown gives it to Allenbaugh after the inbound. Goes to Moore. Tyson Moore, 3, right side of the top of the key. Missed it short. And Honeycutt gives it to Downs. Downs now goes across. Skip out. 3, no good for for Tucky, that was over there. Tyson Moore with it now. Right side he comes to Carson Brown. It's a 2-point lead for Knoxville, 39-37. Montez tracks it down just before it goes across half court. Shreves out there harassing him. Connor Waterhouse going to drive, puts up the shot. They call a charge. That's 5 on Connor Waterhouse. And reason to be upset with that one, I think, but it is, as they say, what it is. And they're going to take their time with their chance to now, is it 5 or isn't it 5? Who do we call it on? A little gamesmanship going on here. You get 30 seconds, right? You get a 30-second timeout to do something, so take it. Puckett's going to come in and replace him. And Connor Waterhouse, who was obviously an important part of this team from the start, didn't ever really get involved. He's been in foul trouble most of it. And that's the first one that I would say might be questionable. The other 4 he earned. That one he kind of got given, we'll say. Honeycutt with it. Has it kicked away. Downs tracks it down as Tyson Moore kicked it away. And Tyson Moore is going to pick up a foul. That'll be 4 on him. That's 4 fouls on Moore. And this thing could get away from Cerro Gordo Bement in a hurry if Moore gets fouled out as well. Jacob Morris, Honeycutt, skips it across to Shreves. Turn the camera. Downs misses the shot, and I think Tucky's going to pick up the foul. That'll be 4 on Tucky. 5 on the team. Brown. So back in Downs, dumps it out to Moore for 3. Long, no good. Puckett fights with Shreves for the rebound. Shreves, nice outlet to. Are you kidding me? Honeycutt with the reverse layup, finger roll, foul, 3-point play, and Honeycutt gets the bucket. And the old-fashioned 3-point play coming here. Foul was on Montez, and he fouls out. 2 starters fouling out for Cerro Gordo Bement, and a free throw's good. Give him 9. And he's 5 of 5 from the charity stripe. 42-37. Tyson Moore and Cerro Gordo Bement feeling the pressure now. And Moore gets bailed out. Who did they call that on? 14? Honeycutt? Really? Honeycutt picks up the foul, his second. Team 6th. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way after this inbound now. Mike Horton sitting beside me is like, why aren't they counting? And that's probably a good question there on Moore's last drive. Moore's going to drive, loft it up. It's good. He's got 25. Timeout. Oh, a technical? A technical on the bench. Not real sure what happened there. Timeout. Charge to Cerro Gordo. They'll have one remaining, I believe. There's a little conversation going on. A technical charged to the bench for Cerro Gordo with 5:08 remaining. And we saw Mercer County get back in a game. If you watch TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, you saw Mercer County get back into a game against Macomb the other night with a 7-point possession, an old-fashioned three-point play, 2 free throws, and then a make on the technical, or after the technical when you get the ball back. 7 points. They were down by, I think, 12 at the time, score 7, and suddenly down by 5, and that makes a whole different game of it. And while they made this basket, they get a chance at 2 free throws and 2 or 3 on the possession, and you get right back in it with a bucket, and then you just give it away with the technical. Silly problem for Cerro Gordo Bement. And the officials come over to check with the scoring table to make sure everything's good. Looks like Bo Honeycutt shooting the free throws. He is 5 for 5. He hits the first. And 7 for 7. He's got 11. And just like I said, this is a chance for a 4 or 5 point possession. Downs gets it, and just like that, Downs is up to 17. And you might have just heard Mike Horton say they can't guard him. There's nobody on the floor guarding Downs right now for Cerro Gordo. Shreves back the other way, can't get it to fall. Brown tipped it away. Morris very easily could have got a foul called there, didn't get it. Tyson Moore for 3, it's off, no good. Allenbaugh with the rebound. And he's going to kick it out to Puckett. Carson Brown with it now. Largest lead of the game for Knoxville. 3 on the way by Fogerson, off, no good. And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession to Knoxville. That's where we talked about that possession could be key later in the quarter. And what looked like would be a rebound for Cerro Gordo suddenly becomes a possession for Knoxville and a chance to make it a 9 or 10 point lead here. They're up by 7. Shreves with it. And now no hurry for Knoxville. Braden Downs has become the man here in this second half. Morris has tipped. Counted, and a foul. Puckett's going to get called for the block. And Isaac Nolan gets the bucket. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt again. There's been a lot of those in this one, and he makes it. And just as I said, it's a double-digit lead all of a sudden for Knoxville. Allenbaugh picks up his dribble. Why on earth would you pick your dribble up there? And then they're going to call Isaac Nolan for a foul. And talk about a bailout. That's one right there. That'll be team foul number 7. 1 in bonus coming for the, was that Morris? Was that 10 or 0? I thought it was 10 down there, wasn't it? Board says 0, but I'm going to give it to 10 because I thought that's who it was. They both would have had their third. 1 in bonus coming for Allenbaugh. He's got 4 points. Misses. Down to Shreves. The bucket's good. Shreves has 11. 3:38 remaining, and this one's getting away from Cerro Gordo Bement. Tyson Moore for 3, off, no good. He couldn't miss in the first half and couldn't make from inside the arc except from the free throw line. This half he can't make from outside the arc and is hitting from inside. Shreves, another finger roll. Shreves has 13. Puckett. Left side to Fogerson. Back to Puckett as we approach the 3-minute mark at quarter number 4. Tyson Moore hits the tray that time. He's got 28. Timeout called by Cerro Gordo. They'll take their final full timeout, I do believe. They have 1:30 remaining. We'll take a break as well. Knoxville up by 11, 53-42 over Cerro Gordo. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Great Western Shootout, game number 3, 2:57 remaining in this one. Knoxville in the white, Cerro Gordo you see on the screen in the orange. Knoxville leads by 11. Tyson Moore just hit his 4th three. He's got 28 points, but his team is down by 11. They led until the very last moments of the third quarter when Knoxville took a lead. It was tied at the end of the third quarter, 37-37. And then another fast break bucket as Braden Downs gets his 19th point. There are 3 Knoxville Blue Bullets in double figures. Another 3 off, no good. Downs with the rebound as Moore's shot was no good. Morris is trailing. Downs is going to go for the layup. And it's good. 21 points for Downs. And that's a position where they could have called a block just for the fact that Moore fell down right there, and that would have been 5. 3 on the way for Fogerson, off no good. Downs with the rebound. Shreves with it, 2:15 to go. This game was way better than this score looks like right now, folks. I can tell you that much. Tuckey with it. He's going to drive. Dumps it out. Downs 3, right wing. No good. Long. Jacob Morris with the rebound. He goes right back up. His shot's off. No good. End of the game, and with the rebound, number 24, Jariah Adamson, and he's going to be shooting the one in bonus. Foul is on Downs. That's the 3rd on Braden Downs. The 8th on the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Jariah Adamson at the free throw line for the Broncos. His team down by 15 with 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Hard off the glass, no good on the free throw. Adamson's attempt at the one in bonus. Tuckey. Morris. Nice cut by Honeycutt. Allenbaugh, I think, is going to pick up the foul. It is on Allenbaugh. That's his 2nd. Team's 5th. I forgot to keep track. Team's 8th. Honeycutt makes another. He's shooting 2. He's got 12 points. Checking in for Cerro Gordo Bement, Ivan Corpus. Checking in for Knoxville, number 11, Jackson Schultz. Second one, good as well. He's got 13. He's 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. Moore, pull-up jumper, right elbow, well off the mark. Allenbaugh, good job of saving it back in. Problem was it went right to Knoxville. Comes across to Honeycutt. Floater, good. Give him 15. It's a 19-point game. And that went off of Brown's foot out of bounds. 1:15 remaining. Subs coming in for both teams. You need to go down and tell Coach he lied to me. Peyton Hageman coming in, number 13. He said he wouldn't play unless they were up by 30 or down by 30. That's what he told me before the game, and I had to go to find out who was out there that I didn't have. So Hageman's in the game. Zach Hopkins is in the game. Nolan McClay's in the game, I would imagine. He is right there. For the Broncos, Cody Robinson's in the game, 0. Fogerson, Puckett, number 55, Corpus, I mentioned him, and number 54, Max Wilson. So setting the floor for Knoxville with under a minute to go. With the ball is McClay. Also out there is number 11, Schultz, number 13, Hageman. Number 2 is Hopkins, Zach Hopkins, and Tucky with the drive right now, and he gets called for the travel. And Max Wilson just got a shot in the nether regions that you never want to get right there as he landed right on Tucky as Tucky stopped trying to not to travel, but Wilson's like, if you're going to travel, why didn't you just keep running so I didn't have to land on you like that? I would have appreciated it. Corpus with it down low. He's going to look for somewhere to go with it. Comes up Wilson for 3, just right at the top of the key. No good. Tucky will bring it up with 20 seconds remaining. Long 2 on the way, no good. That was Zach Hopkins. Corpus with the rebound, and it'll go back the other way. Robinson gives it to Puckett, who gives it to Wilson. Corpus trying to box up down low against Schultz, and that'll end it. That's how this one's going to end. 61-42. Knoxville gets the win. And we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some stats here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School as the Knoxville Blue Bullets come from behind, believe it or not, to get a 19-point win. They didn't lead till the last part of the third quarter, but their offense came alive. A couple team players fouled out for Cerro, Gordo, Bement, and it was just a snowball that would not stop rolling down a great big hill, apparently. So here it is, scoring for the Cerro, Gordo, Bement Broncos. 3 points for Connor Waterhouse. 5 points for Connor Waterhouse. 3 points for Brendan Puckett. 2 points for Carson Brown. 4 points and 0 of 1 from the free throw line for Cade Allenbaugh. 28 points for Tyson Moore. He was 8 of 9 from the charity stripe in the game. And amazingly, that's all the points. They 37-37 at the end of the third quarter, and it ended up being 61-42. It was crazy. But Connor Waterhouse and starter Romeo Montez fouled out, and Moore played the whole fourth quarter essentially with 4 fouls of his own. For Knoxville, a much better game, especially in the last 2/3 of the second half. Jacob Morris finished with 6 points. He was only 2 of 8 from the free throw line, though. 13 points for Will Shreves. He was a big part of that initial push in the second half. 21 points for Braden Downs. He was 1 of 4 from the charity stripe, though. He was the game's MVP. Isaac Nolan had 5 points, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Sawyer Tuckey was 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point. And Bo Honeycutt had 15 points, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. They finished 14 of 24, and the whole thing, if you can shoot more free throws, if you can make more free throws than the other team shoots, you're going to win most games, and that's what happened right there. We'll take a break. That'll do it. Again, congratulations, Braden Downs, the MVP, as the Knoxville Blue Bullets beat the Cerro Gordo Bement Broncos 61-42. We'll be back in just a little bit with game number 4. It is Rock Ridge and Columbia. We'll see you in just a little while.